RRF1 week, getting on a racing freak. Setups ready, practice galore. Epic battles is what we implore. Miss it one day, hit the track. Overtakes flowing, don't look back. DRS open, watch us fly. The fastest guys we can't deny. The covenant goal they all seek. Amazing racing at its peak. RRF1 Mondays, let's go! Tire strategy, make or break. Deep in battle, we'll break late. Tires squealing, hearts are pounding. Monday drivers, they are astounding. Whoa! It's a Monday, hit the track. Overtakes flowing, don't look back. DRS open, watch us fly. The fastest guys we can't deny. The covenant goal they all seek. Amazing racing at its peak. RRF1 Mondays, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! RRF1 Monday, yeah!
Good evening and welcome to the RF1 Monday division. Tonight's round 17 and it's the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, Spain. I think we're just waiting for everyone just to get in, then we're ready to go with the qualifying for the Spanish Grand Prix. I believe it, we have got full quality tonight. I think we've just got enough, I think it's 15 or 16. Let's have a look. Yeah, 16 in so far. So I think we're just waiting to make sure everyone's in as they should be, and then we'll be ready to go. There we go, here's the timer. So yeah, now we've got 33 laps of Spain, so it's roughly about just under 2.9 miles a lap. I think it was slightly different before they reprofiled it, but they've made that last sector a lot more flowing now. They've took the chicane out and just got it as one long flowing curve. I'm just waiting for it to load through now to qualifying one. I believe he potentially might be having Mr. Stroudy join us. I know he said if he can get back from work in time, so you might be able to hear the voice of Stroudy as well shortly. Ooh, apologies for getting to him. I just realised I've not turned down the old stream watch back for your chat, so I'll sort that out now. Good evening, Dragon. I see you in the chat there. I say the return of what did Diesel used to call you? Was it torpedo? You've had I think you've had one reserve race on your return before this one, haven't you? Oh, 2 seconds. I've got a call incoming. Apologies about that. I had an important phone call to take really quickly on. So I have missed a couple of laps, and Gareth on a 1:13.1, Twisted that's a normal 1:14.1, Tamas 1:14.1 as well, and Betcher's a 1:28. I'm not sure what Betcher's did there, but he's 14 seconds off Tamas in third at the minute. His headset is crazy loud as well, so I'm going to have to turn that down. And I've got the wrong map on there, that's annoying. There we go. That's why it's just on his out lap. That is Dragon. I imagine he'll be on his in lap now. And I'm not sure, it's not showing his fuel flashing. Apologies if anyone's been sharping on this chat as well. I'm going to have to refresh that because the call switched it off. Yeah, it was a work related call. Ah yes, the one I saw evening bubble about Mad Mark. Twisted Dragon, yep, and Mad Mark's dry quali, rain in the race. They say the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane, but it sounds like it's going to fall mainly on the track tonight. So what Betcher's going to do here. I think his time's going to be a lot better than the 1:28 he's done so far. Yeah, 1:14.5 there. A couple of tenths ahead of Mad Mark. The bogey green car next, that is A72, it's just on an outlap. There you go, fellow admin, Mr. Whitey. It's also got Ali on an outlap right up his booty. Yeah, coming out that final corner, keeps it in the line. And 1:14.7 is pretty close to his brother there. Just over 2 tenths behind him. So Twister was a warm-up lap. The equal performance card handled differently than I'm used to now. The league I made it racing does realistic. Yeah, still equal on the Monday and Wednesdays. It's still only our Super Saturday that's the realistic performance. Could enter right, can't believe that's Ali. Oh no, it was Betcher's the white car, but I'll keep on board with Ali for a bit. Purple middle sector. So I must apologise for those of you who did miss about 3 or 4 laps at the beginning there. It's sod's law, isn't it? The phone call has to come just as quality starts. Yeah, Ali there, quickest time of 1:13.0 there. 10th and a half quicker than Gareth after his first run. Back down to the Kicksauber. I imagine that was a warm-up lap at the 1:31.4 there. So he's on the medium times. A couple of mediums as well. Brewdog, Tamas and Towley. As I've noticed, the Astons aren't doing the old giving each other a tow game like they normally do. I'll instead saving that for the final run. Dumar, was a pretty good lap there by Dumar, 1:13.0. So T-Benz, I think T-Benz is happy with his lap. Because with only being 16, you only really need to get a decent lap in, and then you can retire. There's only been one driver that doesn't get through. That's why we do have sort of in that season change. If you just want to do like the one decent enough lap you're happy with, you can retire from Q1, save the tyres a little bit. The issue is when you're one of the ones towards the bottom. You see, you've only like a tenth between you. That's when you don't want to be retiring. Can't remember, it was a few weeks back. I think they'd done that. I thought, oh, they're happy with it. And then about 5-6 cars below them went above and knocked him out. Because at the moment, the one in 16th and going out is showing his game in the bug, but him, Apex and Minion haven't done a lap yet. It's twisted. So what we can do is come around that final corner. That's a 1:14.0 up to P6 for Dragon. Just saying that for any of the full-time drivers that are listening, he is scoring points for reserve racing tonight. They do only have the one representative tonight though. As I know COD sometimes reserves on a Monday, but I've noticed he's reserving elsewhere this evening. There we go with the right car, which I believe might be Apex. I think Apex was getting a bit of a tow from his teammate there, playing the team game. I was getting worried when I see that communicating with online services up here, but it seems to be alright. Apex there, 1:13.9. So it's a bumped Dragon down one there. So Game in the Bug is now coming out of the pits, the only one without the time. As a Minion, I've noticed his time as well, he did a 1:15.1 on that last lap. I believe that is himself coming round. But he's boxing. Yeah, the other McLaren I believe is Namaja, but he's Nemaya. I'll get his name wrong again. But he's doesn't appear to be racing this evening. Betches is half second up after sector 2. See where that can put him 8th at 1:14.0. Oh, look at that between him and Twisted Dragon. That one 1/1000th or 1/100th of a second. I see a new follower. Welcome, Alexa. Apex's box as well. We'll go to one of the Ferraris. I'll be Game in the Bug just about to start his lap. We'll keep on. We'll watch a lap of Game in the Bug, see how we can do. There he goes. Rubs just brakes about that 50-metre border, by the looks of it. Takes that time on the left. 1,000th of a second to a Twisted Dragon in the chat. Game in the Bug then touches the curb on the left there. It gives him a nice turn in for the long right-hander. It's always one you want to try and get the apex and then touch the curb on the outside. The car on the inside, I know it's moved out the way nicely. This is the bit can be a bit sketchy for some drivers. You catch the curb wrong, it can throw you about. Yeah, through there nicely, stuck with the RS on. No, last season I did have the turn names for these, but I've not noted them down this season. But this is the bit where the old chicane used to be, but now it's just the swooping right-hander. Into another right-hander. Let's see what time I can put down. 1:13.9. Let's put him at P10 at the minute. That's put his fellow Dutchman Minion into P16 at the minute. Guessing AC2 might be on. Is he on a warm-up or an in-lap? He's not on an in-lap. So it was a warm-up lap. I believe he's still running no traction control because he had a bit of a kick around that corner there. Ironically, he had a kick in the kick. Try and get this Ferrari of Mad Mark there. I believe Bjorn or Game in the bug. I imagine he'll be on an in lap. Gareth says he's going out on used tyres. So it looks like he's saving some used tyres for Q2, Q3. Yeah, a driver that definitely will need an improvement, about 3/10 at the minute, is Gaming Minion. So can he seem to move himself away from Minion? Up to the line now. He can slightly at 1:14.4. So he'd give Minion a bit more of a job to do. So will it work in Minion's favour going out at least that ever slightly a little bit later than A72? We'll see in about a minute's time. There's Gareth on those tyres. He was on about the used tyres. Ali said he's ruined his setup. I said the car might be sliding, but he's still ahead at the minute by what we're looking at. I say a couple of hundredths of a second ahead of Dumar at the minute. I say one that will be interesting to watch in a minute with Gaming Min just about to start his lap. We'll flick down to that shortly. Our Twisted Dragon, he has invalidated. So he's 72, he's still going at the minute. I say he's safe currently. I think something might have happened to Gareth. Oh yeah, Gareth's been playing in the dirt. So yeah, I don't think he's going to improve his time in Q1, but it looks like he's safely through. Brewdog starting his final one as well. We'll go down to Minion. He's in sector 2 at the minute. He needs a solid lap now. He doesn't want to have any issues through here. He flicks the bit of ERS and also his DRS. So he took that one nicely enough there. That was a corner where you can go deep or make an issue, but he's got through there okay. Maybe that curb on the left was throwing people left, right and centre on the last game, but they fixed it this year. So we're on the final corner, he's put the overtake on, DRS on, and as P9, he's pushed A72 down into the drop zone. A72 has given up on this lap as well, so it looks like A72 will be out of Q1. Gareth in the chat, I set purple first and 2/10 up then spun. Yeah, so I caught the back end of the spin. Oh, there's another car almost spinning the kick. So I believe that is Q1 done. We're just waiting for A72. But yeah, he won't be improving. So oh, he's kissing the wall there. Yeah, so we'll be eliminated from Q1. Everyone else go through to Q2 now. Yeah, so there's confirmation of that as well there. So 22 hundredths of a second. Ali was ahead of Dumar there in Q1. So it's pretty close. So Gareth only a 10th behind that. Towley only 2/10 behind Ali as well. I say all the way back to 872. It's only just under 1.5 seconds behind the lead. It's pretty tight knit field round here. So apologies if that picked up on the mic. That was my stomach. Gareth in the chat. Towley, well, Towley's going to be winning. And hello, Woodsy, says Tom. I did mention, Tom, that you potentially might be joining on the comms. So who's going to be the first to come out? So I normally put my money on Betchers, but the other week he got pipped by one of the guys. I did just see one of the cars coming out. I've gone back to it and it's not now. And Gareth is one of them. One of the Hasses is out, but I think it's been pipped again. It is Apex. I'll keep on board here with Apex and then we'll see how he does. We'll flick down to Betchers. Get all our bits and bobs back up. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. I was having a look a little bit earlier who the pole time was last season. It was a driver that's no longer with us in Monday, JJ Latto, some of the drivers I remember. He did a 1:11.744 last season. So if we get to Q3, that's going to be everyone's target to beat, see if we can get a better one this season. So another a name I've just noticed that isn't racing tonight, the Dartmark. I imagine his work has probably affected that tonight. Because I think he's sitting pretty well, considering the amount of races he has been sitting all right in about P4, I think it is. Because we'll have the table up during the break, but I believe it was after last week Gareth had leading, and then obviously we had Ali Dumar, and then I think it's Dartmark. But yeah, in recent weeks, Towley's been flying up the table as well. Another interesting thing I've noticed, Apex is using the hot lap in the overtake. I know some drivers do like doing like the medium or none and then using the overtakes. Everyone likes doing different things with it. Let's see what we can do. A 13.7 for Apex. Betchers invalidated. I believe, is that his brother or is that Dumar behind? Oh, it was neither, it was Misfits, so 1:13.4 for Misfits. Gareth did a 1:12.7. The other Hass of Ali, if I can get to him. It's gone quickest to 1:12.6. One of the Red Bulls, I believe that is, crossed. That would have been T-Bents. They're all flying across the line, wanting to get out quickly here. Because Whitey did a 1:13.8 as well. Almost similar time to Dragon. Madmark was disqualified from the session. Well, it'll be interesting to see what's happened there. So I daren't look at the race direct, because last time I did that when I was commentating. Oh, blocking the pit lane. Oh, that's harsh. That is. I'm guessing what's happened is he's come out. There's been cars flying down the straight, so he's come out tentatively, and then it's gone. Oh, you're blocking the pit lane because there's a car coming out behind you. I had that. Where was that? Was it Spa last season? One of them last season. It did it to me, and then the other car just behind me, it did it as well, because they're all like edging out slowly. Man, but fuck's sake, got a DSQ for slowing the pit lane to let... Ah, yeah, that's what I thought it might have been when Towley said blocking pit lane. The game can't seem to differentiate between actually stopping in the pit lane or going slow. So it's a nightmare. It just gives you a DSQ. So you might remember that one. I think it was TSD. Like, it might be last season before. It did it to me. Dumar hit me. This was it. The pit entry though. It said I blocked. So I'd had a crash. Disqualified me. Was it Dumar? Was it Towley or Apex? I don't know. About 3 or 4 got caught up in it. Ali, is Towley on a new set? I'll have a look if it's shown me. All it says is 1 lap that he's done. Yeah, I know on the old game it used to actually show you how many they've done, say on the previous quali, but I don't think it does that anymore. Yeah, the best person to ask if we've got not in the kitchen, watching along. She might be able to give some insight there. So it's not showing me a viewer list at the minute, but I can see 18 people watching along at the minute, so big thank you to everyone that is tuning in tonight. I've heard Towley's using his qualifiers from last week, says Dragon. Ali says, yeah, for me as well, it shows 1 lap, but it was a used set. Not in the kitchen, so I was half listening. What am I even insight on? Is Towley using a new set of tyres at the beginning of this Q2? But Ali says he thinks he might, because he said he was using mediums in Q1. There's me getting distracted by the chat then. Gaming Minions actually had a decent Q2 so far, 113.3. The 2 that haven't got time yet, Betchers and Tamas. Gareth, mine's brand new, so I'm cooked. So you're using 2 brand new sets in Q2 then, is it? The Misfits only used 1 set of soft so far. I think it also plays a big part as well. Some drivers do go for the harder compound. Sort of when you get your set, you can obviously the balanced harder. I think if you get harder, you don't get as many softs as it, I believe. Like Gareth, doing another lap on the same tyres, using 1 soft per session, the difference is only a 1/10 apparently. Get down to this Aston, that is Whitey. He's on his outlap. The same with Betchers. I want to see who that blue car is. Too many blue dots. Tamas is also on a... So the one behind him is Brewdog. Whilst on the topic of Brewdog, he's the driver chosen for the Break AI song tonight. That's our thinking. We're running out of drivers to do. Drivers will have to start nominating each other. I know in recent weeks we've had Dumar. We had Super Ali Fawad Khan. Who else did we have recently? I should know them because I writ the songs. It's terrible, isn't it? I know we've got Brewdog tonight. There's one the week before that and I've completely forgotten who it is. They're probably going to tell me off now. That was Gareth. Gareth in the chat, yeah. Gareth Minimad. I think it was entitled The Optimism Runs in His Veins. I should remember that one. I say not in the kitchen whilst you're in the chat. Next week's AI song is for Mr. Towley. So you'll have to make sure you tune in for that one. it's quite a good beat to it as well. It's a bit of one you can have a bop to. I don't know what genre to describe it as. It's a sort of a bit electronic, bassy sort of. We need to make an RRF1 pub, and it's just these songs on loop. So the one tonight was sort of half written by AI and half written by myself. We had last week's one. I'd written the lyrics. So some of them I write the lyrics, some of them I get the AI to help out. The Tower, I think that one's I've written myself. Yeah, not in the kitchen. If you got any funny picture, anything you want included in the video, you'll have to fire them over. Have to surprise Towley. I've got 4 minutes left of Q2. So far, the fifth the 5 we're missing or won't be going through is Game in the Bug, Apex, Dragon, Betches and Mad Dark. We'll have to see if that changes. Not in the kitchen, he would kill me. Let's Gaza, do it. Even if you've just got like a face one, I can pop on something else, like an F1 driver. I don't know if you saw the one I did last season when he won the constructors. I asked it to make one driver a little bit taller than the other because everyone says Goomba's like a giant, and it made Towley about half the size of Goomba. It looked terrible. Keep an eye on Game in the Bug here because he only needs a small improvement to get out of that drop zone. Gareth says he'll be going out again for some practice, so he's happily through, but he wants to just make sure he's getting his lines and everything in the right place. A Game in the Bug is boxing, so I don't think he'll have enough time, so I believe he will be out of Q2. If we get this right dot here, T-Bent is just starting a lap. Brewdog is just coming across. Albie was down. YT has retired. Actually, YT had a really good time on his last one. He's up in 5th at the minute, right behind his teammate Duma Dima. Tom says Brewdog for pole. That would work really well if he can get pole and then he gets a song straight after it. He'll be buzzing. So ironically, the drink I'll be grabbing shortly is a Brewdog. It's one of those little cans of Wingman, I think it is. One I've never tried. There's a local shop that we use. It's like don't know, some of you might have heard, company shop, and they get like stuff that's only got short dates on the stuff. You get eight cans or something for so much. That's just one of the ones I thought we'll give it a try. I was say, Tom, were you joining along on the commentary for the race, or? Didn't get around to this right car. That is Tamas. He's just starting a lap. One of the Alpines. Was that an Alpine? No, that was a Mercedes. I was looking at the wrong colour dot there. I should get my glasses on. It twisted. He's just on an outlap as well. I believe that might be Misfits coming around next. I wonder if he's just getting a bit of practicing as well. He was massively down on his time. It's either that or he's done a double warm-up. Get a pint of red down you. I don't actually have any red. got loads of stuff in the cupboard. We've got like Malibu, whiskey, Bacardi. I bought bottles for Christmas, but what is, my sisters don't always sort of discuss it with themselves, so I'll end up with like 2 or 3 of the same bottles. There would be anyone drinking in the house, so can't get them down me that quick. Oh wow, there's a brew dog off the track. T-Benty looks like he's boxing up. Can Betches get out of the drop zone? See, now he's coming up to that line. Oh, he has. Only just though, 113.1. Just depends if it can game in the bug or Twisted knock him out. Oh, someone has knocked him out. That didn't take long. Man, Mark, I can pass him over. You'll have to take a trip down to collect him one day. That's what we do need to do as well. I know Gareth mentioned RRF1 pub. We need to sort something out like I don't know if somebody saw the picture earlier in the year. I got to meet the former champion Massey, Greza, Master Spread. CFC Al. Some of you might remember him. I think that's everyone done. Yeah, just seeing you meant Tom Brewdog on 112.9. He's put himself up to P5. I wanted to notice, I know Whitey, I said Whitey had a really good run on his first run. He's actually been eliminated. Do a cartoon of all of us in the Queen Vic. You've had the AI's that good now. If you were all to send me a picture yourself, so I can actually get it to do that. Come on, lads, end of season pub somewhere like Birmingham, says Gareth. Like a Christmas. Yeah, if we finish 2 weeks before Christmas, the season does. So a confirmation after Q2. So Towley got the quickest time there, 112.4. There we go down. The one drivers we did lose was Whitey, his brother Betches, Gaming Minion, Apex, and Madmark. I lost a couple of admins there, siblings. Our Saturday commentator. But yeah, we shouldn't have lost him. It was one of them dodgy game disqualifications, that was. Hopefully it gives me the options soon, because it's just given me a... There we go. For a second I didn't think it was going to load in. Get these bits and bobs sorted again. So we've got no betches to come out in Q3, so money's on anyone to come out this time. Gareth, I scared Brewdog. Whitey put 11 milliseconds he was knocked out by. As I say, the Q1 and Q2 have both been really close for the times across the whole grid. So it looks like it's the Torpedo, Twisted Dragon is out first. I think out of all the AI songs, that Twisted's one was one of the ones that cracked me up the most. That was one that actually AI did. I think no, AI did the music for that one. I think I wrote most of the lyrics. But that one, I know it caught some people out. Diesel played that one on stream. It was like Twisted Torpedo on the track. Dive bomb so hard he breaks your back, something like that. I know Diesel heard it was in tears. think you come up with that name just, I think it was one race where there was a bit of a ascend, a bit of a dive, and that nickname just stuck. I know, Mad Mark, if you're still listening, I know I managed to get rid of my nickname, didn't I? You said if you can finish ninth or higher, I won't call you TSD the slowest driver anymore. Last race of TSD, I managed to finish bang on ninth. It was one of those close ones as well, you're just like sweating at the end, like, come on. So it probably means something else now, the TSD, I'll have to find out what it means now. I know it used to be the sleepy driver for Mr. Dragoon, but I think he's... What's he now? The rolling roadblock, isn't it? Just have a quick look. Imagine everyone's on softs. Yeah, they are. Everyone's out apart from Brewdog at the minute. I'm interested to know, is Brewdog named after the drink Brewdog? Obviously, I know what the WBA is, West Bromwich Albion. Twisted out 113.4 for Twisted. Gareth, he comes right behind it with 112.7. I just missed his teammate there. Misfits 112.8, so just behind his teammate. Is that T. Bence? No, it was Towley, 112.4. Flip down to Ali. Ali at 112.2. So a right flyer overlap there. Mad Mark's teammate, game in the bug. Let's see what he can do. He's been living dangerously in Q1 and Q2 here. So left it late, but he managed to get himself out of both. RRB for sure, Dragoon. The thing is, I don't think he'll want to pay another £8 just for 3 letters again. It wasn't even 3 letters last time, was it? It was 2 letters because it changed from TAR to TSD. I had to change mine though. I used to have, was it Woodsy 1991? Because someone else had it, you get them silly numbers at the end. So I used my free change to change mine to TSD. Why is there a car miles off? I just noticed on the track map. Gareth, have you been taking the old turn? So hopefully you've not been naughty and cutting the corner there. Quite a lot now will be coming in to the box. Yeah, game in the buggies out of fuel as well. The two to be watching now, the Brewdog and Tamas. They're still on their outlaps. So I'll keep an eye on T-Bents as well. Gareth, the old track is definitely still there and it's still shit. I remember once TSD, this must be going back 3 or 4 seasons, I think it was one of Mad Mark's first seasons doing it. And Dark Mark's sister, and she used to race with us, I remember her missing it completely, so she sort of took the new line. I was like, where the hell's she gone? Woof. Yeah, we'll keep on board with the Brewdog. Good to see the team camaraderie in the chat there. Misfits being cheered on by Gareth. He's only a 10th behind him at the minute. Gareth in the chat says he could defo help me out keeping Dumar away. Oh, Miss John, sorry there, man. I remember that. Yeah, I think she was having connection issues, wasn't it? And she had, I think she didn't even overtake her. She jumped over us and ended up in front, just going flying forward. Because I think for Misfits, with Darkmark not racing, if he can get a decent result, he can start clawing back towards him. Because I know he was thinking there was only something like 6 races left. I was like, no, at the time it was 9. He was like, no, I'm not just helping you, I'm still going for 4th place myself. Look at these times, they're still really close. At Brewdog 1:13.0, T-Benz 1:13.09, Tamas 1:13.099. So it's only 0.03 of a second quicker than Tamas's T-Benz. Good old construction should be as good as ours soon. No, do you have a way to win it all tonight today? I did actually work it out. The maximum up for grabs, so if a team was to get the maximum together, there's still 531 points up for grabs. Because obviously you get the 8 times 32 if you win first place over the 8 races, 8 times 27 if your teammate gets second. You've got the 1 sprint race towards the end of the season, where you can obviously get first and second in that as a team. Then you've got the fastest lap 2 points, the bonus point, and then you've got the bonus point in the sprint and the fastest lap 1 point in the sprint as well. So yeah, you've got a little while yet, but the way it's going, it's unlikely a team's going to maximise everything. So yeah, it'd be. I've not noted it down on this, but I think I worked out so many races time is likely. I think is it 4, 3 or 4 is the earliest. Plus, if the other teams were to have a complete meltdown. So I'll keep an eye on here with Bjorn gaming the bug. Because I don't know, quite a lot of you now know that Bjorn gamer changed his name. But just in case you didn't, gaming the bug is Mr. Bjorn. P7 for him now. He's also got involved in that 1:13.0 game. So the where you like grid row you're going to be on is going to be like a matter of hundreds of seconds by the look of this. Betcha says Liverpool are shit, aren't they? Was it four losses in a row now? I did find a funny picture, sent it to YTL. I don't know if you sent it to yourself, Betches. It's a picture of Arne Slot with an afro. And it says, I'll cut my hair if we win 5 games in a row. But yeah, that was a good result for United yesterday. Harry Maguire. Oh, I've ended up on the game chat. I've switched off so you don't have to listen to me talking about Harry Maguire. Apologies about this. Yeah, we're back now. As I believe Gareth is. Thank God they never sold him to Pictures. I say, Gareth, you are a Liverpool supporter yourself, aren't you? See, guessing you weren't happy with yesterday's result. I said, with Darkmark not being here, can't wind him up either. Towley has retired, so I'm guessing he's happy with that. Thomas is just starting a lap. Brewdog will be our next one. Brewdog then gaming the bug. Our Brewdog's actually down on his time, so he won't be improving. But can the Ferrari? The Ferrari's not either. He was half a second down after the Sector 2. Is that Misfits? That is Misfits. He improved slightly. But yeah, not enough to get ahead of Gareth there. But still, it's looking good for the Mercedes, 4th and 5th at the minute. Although Gareth would probably be hoping to be further up the field. Because he's got a little buffer at the top of the table, but it's not a massive one. There's another driver towards the top of the table, Dumar Dimar, he'll be wanting to have a mega lap. He's the last one to get around, I believe. I don't think that Mercedes is getting round. Did he get round in time? If he did, that must have been on the second. He has as well. He must have been cacking it then. Twisted Dragon up to P6 on 112.8. Brewdog. Doing now. He hasn't improved on this one at 112.8. So similar to Dragon, but he's done it by 300ths. So Misfits isn't using batteries, so I imagine he's yeah, he has bought this lap. He's just going around to finish it. So Ali was down after the second sector, but has he done enough in this third sector? No, he's P2. Dumar, let's see what he can do. And fairly decent improvement there for Dumar. He's gone up to P5, 112.7. Oh no, Gareth has he invalidated. And he's taking the old track again. Ali in the chat, tanked my lap three times in one lap. So that's not bad going though. Less than a 10th behind Towley there. So it looks like that is it for Q3. Obviously we have the 5-minute break once we get onto the grid. I'm hoping White's got his like a stopwatch ready, because the break video in total is 4 minutes 50, so I've got to time it perfectly or it might overrun into the formation lap. So here we go, there's the classification. So Towley on pole, Ali on the front row with him, Gareth and T-Bounce on the second row, Dumar and Misfits third row, Brewdog and Dragon on the fourth row, and then the fifth row will be Tamas and Game in the Bug. And Gareth, nostalgia, I nailed it that time. Really need to bank on my wet piece. Oh, pace. God, it's wet piece. Jesus. Yes, what we'll do now, go on to these breakers. There's a little, oh god, there's a fair bit of rain. There's a song for Mr. Brewdog, as I mentioned, but also Whitey Towley. If you didn't see the chat earlier, you also appear in another bit of the break. So you have to keep your eyes peeled. I'll be back shortly.
Right through the chaos while the rivals are spinning out. He doesn't give a toss. He's got the setup dialed, no fear in the fast lane. Drives every lap like he's washing off the past pain. See him cause the apex, perfect to the millimeter. No twitch on the wheel, but the ultimate competitor. The other drivers clash, but he keeps his distance known. He's on the clock, but he's running all alone. Oh, you beat a Brewdog, the king of the clean line. Got the pace to burn, but he won't cross the line. The stewards eyes are running, but their hands are tied down. Never sees a 5-second pedal around. He races tough, he races fast, but he keeps his focus. 0 points on the license, magic penalty for you, hocus pocus. Yeah, he's very quick, but his discipline is faster. The cleanest woman and the ultimate racing master. Call the diving deep, praying that the car will stick. He's 10 moves ahead, reading every risky trick. He knows the limits of the throttle and the tire wear. Doesn't need the contact, doesn't need the close call scare. Flawless overtake, surgical and smart. A clinical execution, a work of virtual art. The other guys' his team is screaming in the post-race heat. Bulldog's just cooling down already, can't be beat. Lights blinking, the last 3 laps unwind. The pressure's a demon right there close behind. Engine screaming red, the wall is on the right. One slip could lose it all in this fading light. But he will not crack, he will not break the rule. He uses the restraint, keeps his nerves so cool. Respect that they can't afford to buy. Watching all the chaos roll by. The king of the clean line. Got the pace to burn, but he won't cross the line. The stewards eyes are running, but their hands are tied down. Never sees a 5-second pedal or frown. He races tough, he races fast, but he keeps his focus. 0 points on the license, magic penalty free hocus pocus. Yeah, he's very quick, but his discipline is faster. The clearest woman and the ultimate racing master.
So after Bahrain last week, Gareth took the lead of the table again and is now 8 points ahead of Duma, who also jumped Ali, who missed last week. Only 21 points separates the top 3. In the Constructors, a 135 point gap at the top for Mercedes means they're in a quite commanding position going into the end of the season. So a little look back to last week. Towley took the race win in the Racing Bull. Gareth, even though he had a 10-second penalty carried across from the week before, managed to still take second, and Duma finished off the podium. And then it was a really good week for Ferrari. Bjorn managed to have a penalty. We had 2 warnings removed, and that moved him just behind Mad Mark, so a good week for Ferrari all around. It was also great to see no DNFs with every driver finishing the race.
Paranormal racing activity is back, bitches. This week is our scariest yet. A demonic entity lifted the car of Towley whilst he was leading the race, causing Tom to enter the rear of Towley uninvited. Shocking scenes. And then we see Whitey going about his race as normal, when all of a sudden Craig Wilco disappears like a ghost into thin air. Fucking spooky.
So we're back live now. As your Bruce Buffer say, it's time. Not in the kitchen at first. I thought that meant my sneeze until I clicked. Oh no, it's other Chloe. Was it two or 3 weeks in a row? You're like, bless you. He's like, thank you. But yeah, we'll have to find out what Towley thought about that edit. That Wednesday, wasn't it? I missed last Wednesday. I think he was the only one that got that horrible glitch where it chucks your car in the air or spins you around. Obviously, Tom just went right into his rear. Imagine if Tom's just watched that again. He's probably lobbed the phone across the room. There we go, here's the formation lap. It is absolutely peeing it down. Let's see what we can see from the front runners. There is Towley. There's a mix of tyres. I'll get the tyres up on the screen as well. So Motor on wets, Gareth Inters, Brewdog Inters, Tamas, Betches, Minion and Mad Market Inters. I don't know if it's anything like it was in, was it Monza? Can't remember what division it was. I think it might have been Saturday division actually. And some went for the wets first, but it started drying out quicker, so as an Inter might have been a bit worse off for a couple of laps. They started to come in. I think it was Rusted Bolt, if I remember correctly. He went and jumped on the Inters. He thought, no, I'm starting on him, and it paid off for him. So I wonder if some of those like Brewdog, Tamas, Minion that do the Saturdays, Mad Mock obviously commentates on that Saturday race. They're thinking along that same sort of line of thinking. That's what was through there. So as I mentioned in that edit, the Ferraris had a really good week last week. Starting a bit further back this week, Game in the Bug and Mad Mark, and then 10th and 15th this week. So a couple of the teams are only with one representative. I think Alpine don't have any because Twisted scoring for reserve. Tamas, oh, you've buggered that one up. So if we get a decent view of the lights. Not very. We're on board with the driver in third place, with Gareth. See if those Inters make a difference when they set off. There's 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And they're zooming off in Spain. Oh, he's been edged there by Ali. Not edge, bumped. Got an edge, bloody hell. So Towley's at a fairly good start. Ali's keeping his nose in. See if everyone's getting around safely enough. I don't know what's happened back there. AC2's gone up to 11th from last. I didn't get the best view of what's happened there. The Game in the Bug, he's up 2 positions, I believe. He's up into 8th now. Mad Mark's going up the inside of that Whitey, I believe. Now Whitey's come back. Oh, he snuck back up the inside. Ooh, a little bit of contact there. Oh, Whitey's he's gone a lot wide there. I think it's just going to be working out which tyre is the best here. But Gareth has lost out to Ali. Just noticed that looking there. But then other parts, some of the Inters are looking right, so we'll have to see. So is it 2 wet for the Inters? Towley quick as 1:36.7. That was on the wet, so there's a yellow flag. There's someone who just went a bit wide at the back there. Twisted, he's got past Dumas. So those 3 at the back on the Inters, they've not had the greatest start. I'll have a quick look at the position changes, not the penalty. Yes, all those on the Inters have actually gone down. Minion by 1, Tamas by 6, Betches by 4. The Gareth did make a game, but then he's really lost that game, so he's sitting back in 3rd. Let's put back on the right thing. Minion's just got past Whitey there. This one you want to try and keep it, but trying to go around the outside in the wet. A little bit of bump in there, I think. A little bit of tussle with the wheels. Just noticed Tamas as well. He's fairly close to the same two guys. I realised I've not got the telemetry on. That might help. So I wanted to know if Tamas was using it. He is using. So I think might have been using a little bit as well there to defend. Look at these times. It does seem to be the closest at the back at the minute. As any of you viewing that aren't too aware with the racing, there isn't any DRS when it's wet, so they can only use their ERS. It's really interesting for Twisted Dragon. He said he's normally driving realistic in his other leagues he's in. So if him wet in equal, he's probably going to have to get a little bit more used to it again. But I'm guessing Mr. Tom wasn't joining on Cocoms. I've not heard from him. If he wants to jump on, he's more than welcome to. I think I know Brewdog was having wheel issues. It seems to be going alright with him. He's sitting in the middle of the pack at the minute. As I'm talking about Brewdog, I'll crack open my Brewdog. If it wants to open. There we go. Well, that's definitely a different taste. Yeah, definitely needed a drink. I was talking a very dry throat. See, the best to keep on board Twisted. I'm looking at his time. It seems to be our closest at the minute. This battle for P4 at the minute. I think he's going for it. He's still got him on the outside, but he's done it. Well, the Misfits is going for the old switchback. Some great racing by these two guys here. Their cars almost sound like they're crying around that corner. Towley is boxing. And that's because Gareth is on the fast time and Inters it is getting a little bit drier. Because this is the point where those Inter runners have had to suffer for a couple of laps, but is it now the better tyre to be on? So is this the same as what Rusty did in Monza, not this Saturday, just gone the Saturday before? Because he's got a massive gap. I've just noticed Gareth has underfueled, so he's hoping for something to happen in this lap. Yeah, it's a team thing going on here because Apex has boxed as well. Get those tyres back up again. So yeah, they're the only two. The Racing Bulls both opting to go onto the Inters. To watch Gareth. So with that pace on that last lap, is he going to be able to catch Ali? Oh, Ali's a bit of a slide of the rear of them. The issue with Gareth is if nothing happened in this race, like safety car, what did Ali just hit the wall in the pits? I heard him crash then. Gareth with another fastest lap. I'll have to watch that bit back later. I definitely heard a donk in the background. I think Ali's had a bit of a wobble in the pit lane. Because Ali, if you are listening, you'll have to confirm that after the race if you did or not. Yeah, Ali's come out. Whitey boxed as well, the 14th, 15th now. This is where Gareth would be hoping he can just get away from everyone. His inters are going to be like, what, 4 or 5 laps older. But obviously he's not having to box at the minute because he already started on them. Exactly the same as what Rusty did. So, go down to Townley now. Townley on Tamas. I noticed he took 2 tenths out of him on that last couple of turns alone, to keep an eye on him for this lap. Tamas, another driver who did start on the inters. Obviously a fresh pair of inters against one that have already done 5 or 6 laps. You'd probably bank on the fresh ones, might have that extra grip. Well, the Townley's not had the best through there. He did lose a couple of tenths. I wonder though, is he harvesting to give it a right boost down the older straight? I think that's what he was doing. Game in the bag boxes now. The Ferraris did try a split strategy there, so Mad Mark did start on the inters. Game in the bag started on the wet, but he's thinking, yeah, there's enough of a dry line now. I say one stat I was looking at earlier, what Gareth won't want to hear, is Ali last season actually got P1 round here. Gareth only finished 5th, so he'll be hoping the tables are turned this season. I say Townley, he got 2nd last season, Dumar 3rd. Brewdog, who had the old song about himself tonight, he was 8th last season. And Admin Whitey was just inside the top 10. I think that was all the drivers that pretty much raced from this season, last season. I might have missed 1 or 2 there. I think Tamas was one of them as well. Is he racing? Yeah, he's racing tonight. He was fastest lap last season. I don't think we're going to match that. There was 1:13.4 he had last season. It's a really different ale or IPA this is, just brewed on. The eagle has landed, it says. Wingman. Not so sure if they're on it yet. So some of them are really like, some of them are they're just a bit different. I think was it the lost lager? And that one just tasted like bread. It's our close one to stick with at the minute. Got Gaming Minion, Mad Mark. All the bright coloured cars with each other. The papaya, the red, the bogey green. And the Ferrari's going to go for it, is he? I think he was thinking about it, but I think he was hoping that the kick might have outbroke himself so he could go for the old switchback, but it didn't happen there. Gareth with another fastest lap, 1:30.264. There's empty 2, was it 4 of the front guys as well haven't boxed. They're still thinking wet's the way to go. They're just committing to go to a long stint on them. Yeah, now the ones that did start, they are having some decent gains. Bring up the position change now. There we go, Mad Mark's up 7, Gaming Mean up 4, Gareth up 2. Was it Tamas was one of them? He's down 1, but it's not a massive difference. But the gearbox is just crying away. 72 is a massive wobble there. That's going to help Mad Mark. So you can see from the eye line of Mad Mark now, we're sitting on his head essentially. He's right on that gearbox. But they're saying that he's got a McLaren right on his gearbox. Was that a change back there? Ali and Betcher, that might have been a multi 21. Wonder if he's moved for him there, seen who it was. Gaming Minions going for a move on Mad Mark. Oh, it's not paid off there. So still as they were, 872 and 7th, Mad Mark 8th, Gaming Minions still in 9th. I did forget to ask, does it dry up towards the end of this race, or is it a wet race pretty much the whole way through? Flick back through, what did Mark say? Dry quality rain in the race. We didn't say if it was a full race or not. That would be an interesting one. Oh dear, I've seen a message from Great Ace. He's asking about TSD, I think. Oh no, I know what he's doing. Great Ace is confusing Saturdays and Sundays again. He says the check-in says Spain, is it not Monaco? He's thinking of TSD when that returns, that's Monaco. Great Ace, look at what league you're looking at. We'll go down to Towley, the 10th behind Tamas now. Oh, he's just about kept on the track there. That's the only thing with the wet, you can get so close, we just can't get that extra boost with the DRS isn't helping. Gaming Minion and Mad Mark. They're swapping positions again by the looks of it. It's Mad Mark up to 8th. Great racing with these two here. Oh, Gaming Minion just caught a bit too much of the curb there. No, he had to correct his steering. A72 is at the minute he's having to defend because that probably is on the wrong tyre. He's also on the wets, isn't he? And you can see there's that dry line forming. Yeah, where he's doing this sort of defending job at the minute is there's an 8-second gap between him and Brewdog ahead. So the race is split into sort of two packs at the minute. But hopefully you are still. I thought the stream was froze, but it's just a bit of a lag on my end, I think, because it's all working again now. See a couple of drivers from the other divisions watching along, getting some tips for Wednesday maybe. I've just spotted Mr. Miguel's. I noticed him in the viewer list. One of the old drivers as well, Mr. Gamer Man. He used to have some great battles to him. He's watching along again this evening. So evening to you both. This middle gaggle of guys is where we've got to watch it at the minute. Mad Mark, Minion, Towley's caught up with these guys now. I say Gareth, just looking at the times, they're 4.5 seconds ahead of Twisted Dragon, who's a fair distance ahead of Misfits at the minute. Misfits he just want to try and maximise as many points as he can. I say, don't know if Goomba's watching along or not, but if he is, he'll be hoping this is like this weather on Wednesday. Because wet weather, he's like the wizard of it at the minute on Wednesdays. I don't know what it is in the dry. It would with myself sometimes, depending on the track. But then the wet, he's miles ahead in the wet. Just in here, the two Red Bulls. Is T-Bant's going to play the team game and let Brewdog through? He's going to make him battle for it. Because I imagine he's making him work for it. Because if you want Red Bull to maximise, they might want to let his teammate by to on that quicker tyre at the minute. I think he's going to try and go for it with his ERS though. He's thinking of it. Yeah, still unable to get past at the minute, so still 4/10 behind. This is what you always get an interesting dynamic as well. You get some teams that love playing the team game, like Gamer in the Bug, Mad Mark, Dumar, YT, Betcher's Alley, and other teammates that just race for themselves. I don't know if you saw that in the real F1, didn't we? Yesterday, Colour Pinto and Gasly. They're like, no, we're holding position. He's like, no, he's too slow. Next lap, ignored him completely, overtook him. I think that was Brewdog's enough to go for something to try and get past. He's been held up by his own teammate at the minute. If DRS was on, it would help him, but it's not at the minute. Mad Mark's just got past A72. Just noticed that flick up. And behind him, Minion's right with him as well. From what I've seen, these guys have always some great racing so far. A72's just ahead of Minion. And Ali and Towley behind that. Oh dear, Towley's off the track. Giving Minion who's boxing. Tamas has retired from the session. Is that a safety car? Oh dear. Oh no. What I'm guessing's happened is Tamas has gone to pit and he's hit the pit wall. And I think it's done that thing where it chucks him back out to the track. I do know last season, as one of the notes I actually wrote down, all 3 races someone hit that pit wall on the entry. And this season, so far, someone's done it on this race, but they've killed themselves. But Tamas, who was having a decent race, is out. A few of these at the back are on a great chance now to stick a new set of inters on. Those are already on past it, they'll have to wait to go around again. Someone who probably won't be the happiest with it is Gareth. Because he was obviously ahead of everyone by a fair few seconds. Yeah, Tamas has left the session there. Whilst we do have a safety car as well, I know some of the drivers might remember season 10, I think it was. I noted it down. Yeah, season 10, lap 28, with a massive crash at the restart. I think it was like 4 or 5 cars. But I should have really put it in the edit package, which didn't have enough time. But yeah, that one was on when Massey used to commentate on the Mondays. That was carnage. So yeah, hopefully everyone's well behaved on the safety car restart. Because Twisted is still on the wets. I think he's still thinking there's still enough puddles for himself, but there is that dry line, you can definitely see it on his screen. Because I'm not sure if any of you are chatting, so it's disconnected chat, I'll just refresh that. Apologies if any of you are chatting away. Oh no, the last one, forgot he's not in the kitchen about the sneezers. I say she's not sneezed yet. Sod's law in her, put that in the thing, and she hasn't this week. A couple of the drivers I did notice early in the race did have that underfeel. They'll be happy with this. I think Gareth was one of them. Twisted his box in now. So has he gone a bit for the that tyre off, so he's going to have the newer inters. Obviously he's going to fall down a little bit. Is he going to come out ahead of Brewdog? No, he's not. He might just come out ahead of Ali though, so he might still come out in a decent position there. The only driver that's still on the wets is A72. He's opted for track position over changing the tyres. Unless he's... I did miss it as well, that we've gone again. Yes, it's actually worked out for Gareth here. He's 10 seconds ahead of Brewdog. Brewdog's got acre space, so he's got 9 seconds behind Gareth, but then he's 5.5 seconds ahead Twisted, so he's just having a little lonely race on lap 16. Doesn't like this. Few at the back is where we need to be. Towley, T-Bance, get him in the bug. So Towley was another one, he opted not to box on that one. He's kept the same set of inters. I think with a wet race as well, you don't need to box if you don't want to. On a dry race, you have to have the two compounds. Wets, it doesn't matter. You could go the whole race on a whole set of inters if you can make them last that long. I think it was in Turkey. Did Lewis Hamilton? I think that was one set. Either one set or two, but he turned him into slicks by the end. It took him that long. It was that the year we had COVID. I'll have to have a look at that. Or if anyone who's watching along remembers that one, I can Google it. It'd be interesting to see if he went the whole race in with the whole just one set. Just realised how much was the only Williams that was in the race. Interesting, the last Williams race in real life here was Pastor Maldonado in 2012. It was also, funnily enough, the year after the race, the Williams garage caught fire. But yeah, Thomas won't be doing that, I don't think. Especially with this weather, it'll go straight out. Flick through the field. Have a look where we are. Mad Mark is behind A72 because he's doing a good job with those wets, but in doing so, is he holding up the others behind? So they don't seem to be the quickest tyre. Everyone else is on inters. But if you can do the old keeping the car in the right place. Dumar, Mad Mark, Dumar. Dumar's gone up the inside there. He's up to P6. He'll be hunting down A72 now. Yeah, what they've got to hope is with them wet tyres that they're going to get a bit too slippy for them so they can get an opportunity to get by. think Dumas going for it. He's done the old switch on him. I think this one too's just defended that enough there. Just noticed Brewdog boxing. Imagine that'll be a new set of inters probably to the end of the race. Still got to stick with this one at the minute though. Mad Mark is boxing. It's just in a few hit betches as well. So it looks like the Inters, good information for any Wednesday drivers. They can go about 17, 18 laps before they start feeling terrible. As they know in our luck it'll end up being a sunny one on Wednesday, so that'll be useless information. A quick flick through the field. So at lap 19, Gareth still leading the race 14.5 seconds. Twisted on, I think it's his second return back to RRF1 since his departure in P2. Ali P3 at the minute. A72, he's doing a great job on them wets. P4. Dumas hunting him down in P5. Also the man that was in the brake VT, Brewdog holding 6th. Then we've got that gaggle of cars, Misfits, Towley, T-Bounce game in the bug. And then we've got a bit of a gap there, 11 seconds to Apex. Then Man Mark's come out behind him on those fresh inters. Then we've got Betches, Whitey and Minion behind, with Tamas having a DNF'd into the pit wall. So only 2 penalties so far. That was Towley and Betches. So I'm guessing Towley might have clipped that one though, because I don't know if he had a bit of a bump with one of the drivers that pushed him off. So imagine if that was the case, he'll be clipping that and getting that sent into the stewards. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Saw some carbon fibre there with A72 and Duma. Was that a bit too aggressive defending, possibly? I've gone board with Duma. I think it is these, because there's that dry line. The Inter's probably feeling a lot better than those wets. Because like, A72's having to go off line to get his tyres wet. But he stays on that dry line, he's just overheating his wets. But Dumas just having to bide his time. I think he's going for it. To flick down the ERS. I think, is he going for it? A72 still sticking in there. I think he missed. Is that Misfits? No, that is Brewdog. Ooh. Brew will just notice Misfits in the nick of time there. It is a weird one because on the racing line it's fairly dry. Off the racing line there's still puddles everywhere. So I think that's where A72 is still able to keep the wets going. Is coming off here, getting them nice and wet again, and then coming back to the line. He's done 20 laps on the wets. It's the same set he started on. Just noticed there, Towley up to 7th now. Misfits got past A72, Dumar did as well. I think it is A72 after I'm going to have to come and pit for some inters. He's got Towley all over the back of him now. The Towley's dragging along a Brewdog with him as well. Towley, is he looking for a gap there? Not quite on that occasion. Dumar, 3 second time penalty for Dumar. That's the Could play a big part in the championship, that, because he'll lose his 1 point bonus. But Gareth, as it stands at the minute, is 13 seconds ahead at Twisted. He'll be hoping that it stays like this and nothing else happens. Because Ali, his title rival, is in P3 at the minute. Dumar, the other rival, P4. Twisted is doing mega favours for Gareth at the minute. I think what happened here, looking at A72 as well, because he's having to come offline to cool the tyres down, it's making it a bit unpredictable. Some drivers don't know exactly what line he's going for. I think they're like sort of double guessing. Townley has been done by Brewdog. Be interesting to know if not in the kitchen is still watching along how Townley's seeing the race at the minute. A bit like a mid-race interview of sorts. I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with the pace of the kick. Oh, was the kick pushed the Red Bull off there? That's what just is he hasn't got the pace of the Inters. Yeah, he's still not boxing. He's standing out for his 22nd lap. The Big Bull almost his 23rd lap. And because of that dirty air, Brewdog's a massive snap there. On the kitchen, I'm still... Yeah, he moaned a little bit as he's had a bit of a spin earlier, but hasn't said much since. Because I was just interested to know if he was getting a bit frustrated behind that kick Sauber. Yeah, you can see Brewdog knows how to fight that turbulent air. It is just a train form behind you, A72 and 6. 4 seconds behind Misfits, and your Brewdog being carried along. Towley deep, game in the bug. And then we've got a little bit of a gap then to Apex. But yeah, it's definitely Inters. Everyone else on Inters apart from A72. The quickest laps are being done on the Inters. You may have said some things. Yes, I wouldn't be. I picked up another penalty. I think that's 6 for Towley now. As I imagine a lot of that will come down to dirty air. Trying to have a look at the penalties. Yeah, so 6 for Towley, 3 for Game in the Buck, 3 for Betches, and 3 for Dumar. I think what I should really do, maybe it's something I could look at for next season, track who the cleanest team is by the end of the season. Probably easily doable with the data already put in. I think some of the drivers might be interested to see if their team are cleaner than others. Look at that, it's being hunted down like a gazelle with a pack of lions behind him now. Brewdog is trying to move around the outside. I think Towley's going for one up the inside of him, maybe. This is like the old one last week. It's like George saying, and he's looking behind him like. There was a little kiss on the bum there. He's keeping enough pace because he's flicking onto the wet slightly to keep them tyres cool. Has he gone a bit deep there though? That might help Brewdog. I picked the wrong way. Yeah, he has. Brewdog's got up to P6 now. And many other words are not in the kitchen. Yeah, he's right behind him again. You can see that dirty air that does have an effect. He's still getting those tyres wet. Tyler's going to go for it now around the outside. Oh, the wheels are... Oh, that was a little bit naughty there. Now Tyler's lost 2 positions there. Because he was more than a... I'd say he was alongside him. If you're alongside, you need to keep the race in room. I think there was a little bit of a nudge there. They're not going to give you lots of words. I imagine they're not clean words either after watching that. Twisted Dragon now, fastest up 128.2. The reserve racing as it stands are taking the 2 points for fastest lap. No, many of bleeps. Oh, we're alright, we've got a disclaimer for swearing on this. We can get away with it. That's why Paranormal Racing Activity are swearing Zed off earlier. Oh, no sneezing tonight, she was just coughing instead. So that seems to be the front ones are all very split. Looking at this, Gareth 15 seconds ahead of Dragon, Dragon, not Dragoon. Ali 30 seconds behind him. Dumar 13 seconds behind him. So it just seems to be the midfield again. A lot of time this evening, and a lot of that is due to the new rolling roadblock, the Kick Sauber on the wet tyres. Is he going to do the whole race on these tyres? The thing is, he's totally entitled to stay on the tyres. They're probably going to be absolutely screaming. So the minute he's still holding it well for the Kick Sauber in P7. What would be interesting to know is he's still running no traction though, because he's doing really well in the wet if that's the case. Yeah, the other ones are catching up though. Look, Apex Tower, or Gaming the Bug, Mad Mark, he can see them ahead now. I think what it is, that dry line's becoming fairly dry, so quite a lot of them are having to just go into the wet just to cool their minters down a little bit. It's one of those weird crossover type periods. T-Bex is right alongside A72. There was a bit of contact there with the Kick Sauber. I think he's struggling on them wets. I think he's doing it, he's stuck with it. Yeah, Apex has got past as well. Towel is going to be able to get past him as well, I believe. Yeah, the kick is moving across him so slightly. I think he's struggling. But yeah, Towel, I think he'll have a sigh of relief there to get past up to P9. Yeah, this isn't working for A72. I think the tyres are just getting a bit too far gone now. He's going to have the 2 Ferraris on him now. Like the older Scrappy-Doo and Scooby-Doo. Let me at him, they're both thinking. Because as it is though, with only 15 drivers left, as long as you finish, you score points. Gaming, but that must have been very close. I can see Gaming the Bug in front of Mad Mark here. He must have been millimetres, but he's got another penalty there. Oh, I think Gaming the Bug might have just sat the rear of the Kick Sauber there. Yeah, I think that's unsettled him, and Mad Mark's been able to get past. He's on the wrong tyres. Gareth Cook is out there, 127.9. He is struggling on these wets, like he's drifting around the corners. But Mad Mark's going to get up the inside, and he's up to P10 now. I think Game in the Bugs is not going to be long before he gets them as well. Here we go, Game in the Bugs going for that outside line. Oh no, he's a slight movement there. That's what I mean, because he's struggling so much with that traction. His car's drifted towards Game in the Bug. And that's cost him a few seconds there. He should really be on sprinters. I say, for these front runners, it must be a little bit of a boring race. For Gareth, unless he has a nightmare, it looks like he's going to take the win at the minute. 15 seconds out of Twisted. Twisted's probably glad he did decide to reserve. He's having a great race in P2. Ali 15 seconds behind him. 30 seconds separating the podium at the minute. Yeah. Getting quicker every lap now. Because I don't think it's going to be nowhere near dry enough to stick any sort of dry tyre on them. Unless anyone's going to risk it. They seem 2 has box now, onto a set of Inters for 3 laps. Now he pits says not in the kitchen. So I wonder, he is going to be obviously last, but is he, with that fresh set, is he going to try and get a fastest lap? So he'll claw back 2 points if he can do that. Oh no! I don't know if luckily I think he escaped without damage though. He's probably so used to driving on them knackered wets, he's got to get used to the Inters now. We've got to flick to this, a bit of sibling rivalry. Although there is another battle, Apex on T-Benz. Although T-Benz picked up another penalty there. I will flick back up to that one. Have a look, that was actually T-Benz's first penalty, not another penalty. I think it was Tamas earlier, wasn't it? I'm going to take that as a solid no on the kitchen. Yeah, I can say you might be able to on the next lap. So looking who we can get in after the race. I can only speak to Xbox currently, so probably will be Gareth if he can get on the older chat. But potentially might need to speak to Mr. Towley in Apex. Might have to put get the bleep machine ready though. At this point, I'd just go on soft fire with him, so not in the kitchen. It'd be worth a try. Mad Mark, 3-second penalty. I just had to pause it then. It put me back into the old game chat and not everyone wants to listen. Not in the kitchen, just don't talk to tell. I can see if Apex wants to come in then, his teammates probably been listening to him in the party, I imagine. 2 laps left now. Gareth picking up more purple sectors. He did say before the race he was the Rainmaster. He's the Rainmaster. Tom is the God of Rain. Goombra seems to be the new Rain Maestro on a Wednesday, so we have to come up with loads of different nicknames. No one within a second of each other then. Apex is our closest behind T-Benz. And Towley was one of the earliest pitters onto Inters and hasn't changed them, so his Inters might not be feeling the happiest now. But yeah, Gareth, if he's listening, hopefully he can get onto his old Xbox app. We can speak to him, because it looks like unless he has something drastic happen, he's going to be taking the win. So Mercedes having a great week looking at this. Gareth first, Misfits in 5th. Dumar, what is Dumar's penalty? Is Misfits within inside that penalty? Oh, Brewdog's got the fastest lap. Pinching it off Gareth. There's a yellow flag, that is A72. Oh, it's the wrong way. I was wondering what part of the track that was, but that was right. Dumar's got 6 seconds, yes, and Misfits actually in P4 at the minute. So just about to start the last lap for Gareth. Because Apex is within T-Bentz's. Yeah, I'm looking for easy within his penalty as well, so Apex is up, going to be 7th as it stands. So there could be a lot of changes to come up to the line. Got that weird little glitch thing. Hopefully it sounds alright for yourself on the stream. I think it's just that weird connection it has with the Xbox. It just gets a bit like, I can't be asked anymore after about an hour and a half. Gareth's only got a few more corners. They'll be buzzing. So his football team didn't have a good week, but he's going to be having a win. Drifting around that corner there, she's showing off now. So some drivers getting blue flags as well. A72 is pitting, I don't know why. And Gareth, he comes across the line for the win around Spain. Spain in the rain. Looks like Twisted is going to be taking P2. Don't know if Twisted will be up for an interview or not. We can always give him a try. There we go, and then I think it's going to be the reigning champ, Super Ali Khan, as that song says. Super Ali Khan. Comes around the corner, he's going to take the final place on the podium. One of their other title rivals. Couldn't quite get on the podium tonight, but he's going to come home in 4th, or is he? He might be 5th actually. Misfits, he only needs to get within 6 seconds. I think he's going to jump him. He does jump him. P4 for Misfits. Dumar down to P5. Brewdog. Decent finish there by Brewdog. And his, I'm going to say his teammate, but his teammate looks like he's going to be jumped by Apex. They're not on track. Oh, Apex is low on fuel. I think he's just going to have enough to the end. Yeah, Apex jumps him. So 7th for Apex. T-Benz 8th. Mad Mark jumps Towley on penalties, I think, there. Have I kept the fastest lap? Oh, we'll have a look. Fastest lap, yeah, Gareth took it back. Brewdog did have it. I think the last driver just waiting on is A72. So yeah, Towley finished 10th, Minion 11th, Game of the Bog got 12th. Whitey and Betcher's 2 brothers next to each other. And there's just the Kicksauber to come across the line. Or come into the pits for some reason. I did miss out some facts as well in this race. Max Verstappen around here, 2016, youngest ever race winner. And one when I was a toddler. Mark Schumacher did 45 laps around here in 5th gear for that race. Gaz has put, come on, max points, no pen, win and fastest lap, and Ali's put, he didn't do a foot wrong the whole race. So yeah, we'll, Gareth dancing along there. So, yeah, Gareth got the fastest lap and the race win. Driver of the day is given to Mad Mark with the horn. Most overtakes went to Towley, and the cleanest driver was Gaming Minion. So I'll make sure we get all these penalties in. Handful did keep the bonus, but Handful lost the bonus. Only one DNF with Tamas. So race the director in quickly if anyone will need it. And then we'll invite the guys in. So Gareth, if you are able to join with your Xbox app, I've got the party open. I'll see if Twisted wants to join the party. So Misfits as well. And we'll see if don't know if Brewdog will join. We'll see. Brewdog getting P6 tonight. If not, we'll try Apex P7. Because I know Mad Mark, if you do want to join, you're more than welcome as well. I believe we got Misfits in at the moment of included your audio.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, if I can hear you. Has it given you the inbox to include your audio on the stream?
Yep, done that.
Right. I see we've got Apex in as well. And we've got Gareth in as well.
You're in a different league tonight.
I was going to say, Gareth, you need to slow the fuck down.
And that Twisted Dragon as well.
Yeah, Twisted's put in the chat. He's getting over a chest infection, so he's coughing. He won't be joining the podium chat. But yeah, definitely.
13 seconds. I was like, he's going to catch me again.
He's the new Resident Goon, but he seems to be a wizard in the wet.
So I'll start off now with the interviews. We've got 3 of us in here. So I'll start off with Apex. Got P7 for yourself tonight. You jumped T-beds right at the end. How was that for yourself?
Yeah, it's good. As I say, I started on the wet just purely because it was absolutely pouring it down. Went for the inters pretty early. And then Tamas's DNF helped me massively because I was just coming into the last corner. So I chucked it in the bits for a fresh set. And after that, it was just piss easy to get past people because, I mean, even in the wet, I was gaining 5 seconds a lap at points on Towley, and that's not very fucking common. I do that. So
Yeah, I did.
it was a case of just sticking with it, and I think I came out the pits 18 seconds behind the group in front, and within 10 laps, I was overtaking them. So
I did notice at one point he did get a sneaky move on Towley when he was having trouble getting past the Kicks Alba. I noticed you got a sneaky move, managed to get past sort of both of them within that one lap.
yeah, A72 was just, he wasn't doing nothing wrong per se at that point, but he was just driving so defensively, sat smack bang in the middle of the track. As soon as you tried to go up one side, he'd close the door.
Yeah, he didn't change his tyres until lap 30. He stayed on the wets all the way until lap 30. I think it was they were struggling too much.
Like Towley was on those inters from, because I was in a party with him. He was on the inters from lap 4, so they were dead by the end.
Yeah,
because he didn't change, but he had no drive out the corner. So as soon as he got to that straight, I went past him easily. And then same with the rest of the track. Sector 2 was a breeze because I could just get such better exit speed. I could just overtake everyone.
well, definitely a great race by yourself there, Apex, getting that P7.
Appreciate it.
And I've noticed Mad Marcus joined the party. Were you wanting to have an interview? Okay. That's how we're going to move on now to Misfits. I say tonight you got P4 this evening. I noticed you jumped Dumar, that penalty you just within inside his 6 seconds. So how's that for yourself tonight?
Yeah, it's a long race. I can't stand wet races. It's not really much fighting, to be fair. It's just driving without making mistakes. But yeah, it was good. Got a bit unlucky on the BSC just as I was coming in. It was ending. I think if I was maybe 3 seconds up the road, it would have worked out massively. I could have got out ahead of that group that I was then stuck in for about 7 or 8 laps with like A72.
Yeah.
I think I don't think I would have got any more than P4 where I finished anyway, because Ali and Gareth and what's it called it, Twisted Dragon were just miles ahead of everyone tonight.
As I did
No,
know, there was a couple of laps. I think it was about 4 or 5. You were just stuck behind the Kick Sauber, and eventually you just all managed to work your way past.
yeah, when his tyres started to eventually drop off, I think just at the end of Sector 1, Brewdog and A72 went a bit wide, and I started off wide and cut inside, a bit like turn 1 at Kota at the weekend, and just got a straight line and passed both of them. And then I think even by the end of the lap, I was like 1.7 seconds ahead. That's how slow he was going.
Yeah.
And just, I think by about 6 laps, I was about 12, 13 seconds ahead of him. So he was holding everyone up, but he had the right to do it. Whether he did it fairly, I don't know. But I was gone by then, so I don't really mind.
Yeah, the further it was on going, you could just see that his rear was just sliding a little bit too much.
Yeah, it's a fair effort, but time to give it a rest sometimes, you know.
I've just seen the chat. Twisted Dragons put he's going to include in his Discord bio I beat Towley, so he's happy with that tonight. Yeah, definitely congratulations on that P4 misfit. It's a great result for Mercedes as well, with yourself and Gareth tonight.
Cheers.
So I'll move on now to Gareth. So the race win, I think, was it about 17 seconds ahead at the end there. So how was that fit race for yourself?
Difficult. As much as it didn't look it, I just said in the chat to Ali then, I was 100% that whole race. As I wanted to build a buffer, if I did spin, I had enough to, recover.
As I did. Because I noticed you did mention you got the full points on WAC tonight. You got the fastest lap, the no penalty bonus, and the full 32 for the win as well. So you'll be happy with that.
He didn't get a penalty. Bloody hell!
No.
First time for everything, isn't it?
So we'll keep yourself ahead of Ali going into next week.
Reverse grid, no?
Yeah, next week I was about to put that on. Next week is a reverse grid, so that you will be starting right out the back next week.
But again, it was a brilliant race for the Mercedes team.
Yeah, so was it first and fourth? So a lot of points for yourself. I did mention was it about 500 something points up in grabs in the constructors, taking into account the sprint as well at the penultimate race of the season.
Yeah.
So, but I think I worked out about 4 or 5 races time you could win it, depending on how the others go. So could be over fairly soon if you can keep getting like first and fourth, first and third.
At least win one championship this year.
Yeah. So it should be a very interesting watch in the next couple of weeks. But I have put it up on the stream now. The next race is a reverse grid at Singapore. You're all looking forward to that?
I despise Singapore.
You go into that hairpin and onto that straight.
Yeah.
At the end of that straight,
Anderson Bridge.
I went straight into that wall.
That was a brilliant track.
It's a little track to spectate. And I can't wait for next Wednesday when I commentate around it. But to drive it, it can go to hell.
I did miss it in TSD, so I've had no experience in Singapore, so it should be an interesting one next week.
A bunch of 90 degrees.
Hopefully I won't make the same mistake I did last time. Me and Tally forgot to adjust our pressures, so we ended up doing a 3 stops with flat tyres.
I think I remember you mentioning I returned the race after, didn't you? Said the week before you'd had one race,
we did it.
The other one was flat or something.
We completely forgot we had one on like half, and the other front was flat, and then the rears were like completely odd as well. So we ended up doing 3 stops because the tyres were just getting ruined.
was saying,
Tally and Tally, of course, still managed to come P2.
so I think mentioned Tally as well is he'll be hoping Wednesday goes a lot better around this track. He's currently leading that division.
Better pull your weight, Wednesday, Tally. You're shit, mate. I've outscored you tonight. What's going on?
What a lap one battle. I don't know if the stream got it, but that lap one was brilliant.
We caught some of it, but there was, I think, something happened at the back at the beginning. I'm not sure exactly what happened because the stream gave a terrible view. But
Fucking garnish.
I think we did catch some of it. It's sort of as you're.
Yeah, we noticed at the back of the grid, apart from the actual start getting off the line on the full wets, the inters were just fucking. The full wets getting off the line were better than the inters from the guys at the back, but after that, the inters just took over. I was putting loads of time on Brewdog in lap 1, him being on those inters, and then all of a sudden lap 2 come round and he doubled back on me what I'd taken off him.
So we've got a message from Not in the Kitchen in the chat for you, Apex. It's Towley's told me to say, Apex, no setups for you then. But we still know he'll still end up giving you them, so it's a meaningless threat she's put.
I nick Towley's setup every week.
So just before, I say Mad Mark, did you say you did want to jump in, or you want to speak up? Was it after the?
I'll jump in whenever. I'm not. But have you finished your interviews, love?
Oh yeah, because if you're happy to, if you're happy to include your audio,
love, he's my little bubble butt.
Is your audio included there?
Yes, it's included.
It was the cuddle we had at turn 1.
Not in the Kitchen says, "Go on, Mark, give me the drama." So
no drama, sweet. Well, no drama. I'm not going to go there. Go for it, Gaza. See you later, pal.
Congratulations,
great racing. Just want to say to the top guys, to the top 3, fucking phenomenal racing in them conditions. Absolutely fucking brilliant. Up to top 10 and beyond top 10. Everybody absolutely fucking fabulous racing. Apart from one who moves under braking, and so
him doing that.
There'll be a clip going. Thank you very much. There'll be a clip going in on that, and also my 3 seconds that I got. If you can, Woodsy, if you can do me a favour and go through the because I didn't clip it. You can go through the race director and have a look. I got 1 warning, and then I got a 3-second penalty on my second.
Yeah, the director was caught on the street. I managed to get all the
yes,
penalties
I know.
And the director, so you should be able to clip
I didn't get it, you see, so I'll but moving under braking in them conditions, that's a no. But I'm hoping I get overtake or undertake of the day. I don't know whether you caught it or not.
Yeah, I think was that one you sort of done?
Turn 4
switch. Was it switch back?
It was a turn 4. He went slightly wide, but he was more or less still on this racing line. And I mean, Gaming Minions just messaged me saying what a brilliant move it was. So took full advantage of it and gone for it. So yeah, but that race, I really enjoyed it. I was on a dry. I was on 35, 30 wings on that.
Yeah, I think I was running me and Tally up tires to 34.28.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what to do. Do I go on wets? Do I go on meter? And I just thought, I had a look at race director just before the race, and I thought there's 3 people here on bloody intermediate. I'm going on into bollocks to it. And it worked.
You had nothing to
worked
lose.
great.
You were
I
right.
did
Why did you get
mention-
disqualified?
I was coming out of the pits behind Gaming Minion. Gaming Minion, there was a car coming down the straight on a lap. Gaming Minion waited for him, so I slowed down. Gaming Minion went, and then I noticed there was another car. If I have put my foot down and gone, I'd have blocked him. So I slowed down even more.
And it's
as I
DSQ'd you
hit
for
the
blocking
exit,
pits or something.
as I exit it, you know the line where you exit the pit?
Yeah.
I went over that slow as he went past, and it DSQ'd me.
Yeah, I had a feeling it'd be something stupid like that.
Yeah. I
Because
was
me and
gonna say,
Tally were sitting there saying, oh, he's just come out, and all of a sudden he's been DSQ'd.
Yeah.
I say, Apex, do you remember the one me and you had at Spa when it froze us in the pit entry and done us for blocking, but we just couldn't move at all. It just kept
I was
counting
about,
at the time.
about 5 cars in the end, wasn't there?
Yeah, it gave us like was it 11-minute lap or something in the end?
Yeah, because it blocked, it stopped you, stopped me, and then Zero came along. His car crawled through, and it took about 4 minutes to do the last
4
100
minutes to
yards.
get
And then all of a
through.
sudden,
Oh, I
it
remember
shot through
that.
us.
Yeah.
So,
I think we had to restart lobby in the end as well, didn't we? Because it didn't even finish at the end. It thought we were still on a lap.
yeah, it thought we were on like a 13-minute lap or something stupid.
Gotta love Cody's.
But yeah, when I think Tom mentioned it in the chat, I wondered if it's one of the ones where you have to crawl out. Sort of so many drivers coming down that it's done you dirty with that disqualification.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a pain in the ass, mate, because I could have easily got top 6 in that.
Oh, you'd have
You
been
know, so-
easily through Q3.
Yeah.
Because I can't
I mean,
remember.
I went like I got I think P8 in Q1, and went nearly a second faster in Q2 and got knocked out to P14.
Jesus. I mean,
But
to
did
start.
Did you see the
that
times
race,
at the end of Q2?
I think there was a roundabout 6/10 in between, weren't there? Something like
Taking out the top 3 because they're just aliens.
that. Yeah.
From P4 to I think it was P4 to me and P14. There was less than a tenth a tenth and a half.
Yeah, there was like hundreds of
Shit.
seconds in it. It was crazy.
I mean, from I think P4 was a 12.9 flat, and P10 was a 12.99.
Jesus
A
Christ.
couple of them, it was only like a thousandth in it. It was like one would be 9.8, the next one would be 9.9.
Yeah, well, we saw it, and
mental.
I saw I got knocked out, and then it was Minion knocked me out, and then Minion got knocked out by Betches, and then when I looked at the end, because I didn't realise Betches got knocked out by Whitey, Betches got knocked out by 11 thousandths,
Wow.
Yeah,
and
he
it was
did
that
pop
all
that
the
in
way
the
up
chat.
to P4.
I saw that in the chat. Yeah, that was unlucky. That was very unlucky. 11,000. That's not even a blink of an eye.
Yeah, they're
for
talking about the PSI in the chat. I wonder what you guys run. Ali said he went rear PSI was 22, but his front was 29. Twisted said he went max front. So they're in a bit of a discussion about tyres as well.
I had my tyres were. What's the top you can go on the front?
Is it 29.5?
29. So I had 28.5 on the front and 25.5 on the rears.
Yeah, I ran 20. I ran full on the front and 23.5 on the rear. I know Towley dropped his to 22 on the rear.
Yeah.
I was full at the front and flat on the rear.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So I was trying to note down before you
Balls
come
of a
in
dinosaur.
as well, man. But was it 9th or 10th did you finish in? Because I noticed you did jump a
9th,
few
mate.
at the... It was 9th.
I got Towley on penalties, which I do apologise, Towley, if you're listening. But I was catching. Give me another 2 laps and I would have passed you, mate. But obviously, with your penalties, I got 9th.
Yeah, Ali...
But can I
shit race.
Can I just say something? The guy that I was racing, as we all know, I can't stand him. I hate the guy to bits. But I give credit where credit is due. His defensive work tonight was brilliant.
I had a conversation with Towley about him before the race because I sat there and went, oh, God's sake, he's starting directly behind me.
Yeah.
when he's not driving angry, because the way I see it, the mistakes he does make, it's like he's driving angry. When he drives normally, he is a brilliant driver.
Yeah, he is.
He's quick. He's got the pace. We saw it at
Totally
Monza.
agree with you.
We had our issues at Monza, but as soon as he got past me, he was doing me for a second a lap.
Yeah.
But his defensive driving, and I saw it tonight as well. He had the odd bump here and there, but it was wet, so the back's going to kick and come round. We had a bump, but again, it was at turn 4. He's accelerated a bit harsh and it's brought the front at me. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
But his position-wise on the track for defensive driving is brilliant.
It was great. The only reason I got past him coming up to, I think it was turn. No, it wasn't. It was after the bum hole that I called the bum hole.
Yeah.
He made a mistake coming through there, and I went up the inside of him. Luckily, he gave me room.
I had the same thing. The only reason I got past him is because he went slightly wide into turn 3.
Yeah.
And I had the better tyre to get the corner speed up the inside. That was the only reason I passed him. Otherwise, I'd have ended up sat behind him for about 10
I think
laps.
he got to about lap 27, 28. I think that his rears were just completely fried. So that's when everyone just
as I say,
Yeah.
Towley pitted lap
past them.
4, and I think his tyres must have been at about 70% by the time he finished.
Yeah, I didn't know what he was doing to keep the tyres cool down. He'd go well offline to get them
Cool
go nice and cold,
Yeah.
and then come back.
I just kept following him every time. Down that main straight, I just kept following him because I was on inters. Mine were red hot.
Yeah.
Mine normally don't go over 95 degrees. My tyres, even in the dry, mine don't go over 95 degrees. I was at 104. So I had to follow him. I had to go down that wet line. Had to.
I kept doing it down straight every lap.
It did look weird. It was like that dry line was bone dry, but there was still really big puddles on the other
If it
side of the
wasn't
track.
raining and that line actually stayed the same width the whole way around the track, so certain corners it disappeared for a second,
Yeah,
you
it
could
did.
have easily run softs on that track.
Yeah.
I say, not in
The
the
dry
kitchen.
line was perfect.
She put in the chat. She said A72 because he'd left it to pit like that. So she said he might as well try softs because he's going to finish 15th. So regardless, now you might as well give him a try, see if they're quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if he'd have put the inters on.
Yeah. Big shout out to Gaming Minion. I made it hard for him to pass me.
I think I did get a really good bit through I think it was sector 2 going into sector 3 where you were side by side. There was a really
He was
good.
doing my head in tonight.
3 times. 3 times he tried to go up the outside of me into the new after the top DRS straight,
Yeah.
as I call it, the top 3 times he tried to go down the outside of me there, and I just outbroke him
Yeah.
and come round, and he's actually put you were a pain in the ass to pass, but I liked it. Nice battles. That's what he texted me.
Yeah.
So
That's what you're going to see, hard racing, but fair racing.
yeah. We never touched at all.
He was doing my bloody head in quality. Does it every week. He appears like he's being really slow and he's struggling, and then at the last second he sets a really fucking quick lap.
Yeah.
So if Ali is still watching, I want to know, did he twat the wall going into the pits on lap 6? Because
Did you swear then, Mr. Woods, eh?
yeah,
How many have you had?
I've not even finished the can I've got. It was one of them little
okay.
brew dogs.
So Ali fucked up by twatting the wall.
I was going to
Really?
ask him if he did. Oh yeah, he
Sam
just
has
put in the
proper
chat, I
twatted the
lost
wall.
my wing. I had to change my front wing. I was on Gareth, but all I heard in the pit lane was massive. I was like, Jesus, what was that? You sort of saw in the top of the picture, Ali coming into the pits, but you didn't see where he went.
I took it so easy going into them pits because you used to get a penalty, and I'm still used to getting that. Do you know what I mean? Getting a
It
penalty.
does
going
still
into the
happen
pit.
sometimes,
Does
just
it?
not as much.
Right. So
It's the
Ronnie-
same with that. They say they fixed that glitch on the second to last corner. They haven't. It's just harder to find it, but it is still there.
I know they
I was-
fixed the glitch on the top of the hill.
It's ironic.
Onto the new part.
Ali said he lost his wing. I'm drinking the brew dog that's called Wingman, so you probably should have had a couple of them tonight.
I think Tam has proper twatted the wall.
Yeah,
Did he
I
really?
don't know if you got that weird glitch where it throws you back onto the
He
track.
went into the pit lane, and the next thing I know, it said he'd DNF'd, and I looked, and his car was dead stationary in the middle of the racing line on the exit of the last turn.
I know we had a couple last season. I think it was on the Saturday, wasn't it, with yourself? Well, they'd crashed in the pit lane, but then it sort of chucks them.
It chucks you onto
back onto
like
the final
track
corner.
resets you
Yeah,
onto
it does, yeah.
on the racing line, but the problem is you're stationary.
Someone
So
come round and almost cacked himself tonight.
Yeah, it does what it used to do at Brazil, does it? As you're coming out of the pit lane, if you hit the wall, it throws you back on the track.
Yeah, it track resets you onto the racing line on the track. But obviously, because it's reset you, you're stationary. With it last year, people were swerving to miss the guy at reset and DNF themselves in the last corner by swerving off and sliding through into the wall.
Wow.
I do know last season I made a note that every division someone smashed into that pit entry wall at Spain last season. So we might have the same this week.
It won't be ready. I haven't hit a pit wall, touch wood, since Japan. And that was because I'd had far too much to drink.
I can't remember the last time I hit
Mine was
a pit wall.
Miami.
I was so drunk when I did it in Japan. I saw two walls and I was like, one of them ain't real. I just go for it.
Always go for the middle one.
I was like, one of them's not really there. The entrance is there somewhere, and I just went dead head on into the end of the pit wall.
Yeah, I think the other time I hit the Apex is probably last time Apex heard me swear was Miami. My pad just stopped working completely. It chucked me into the wall at the end of that straight. It just wouldn't turn or break or anything. Oh, Ali's put in the chat, I don't think I've touched the pit wall more than thrice in my whole racing career.
Fucking hell. Yeah, he hit the pit lane tonight.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd have made a difference with Gareth. He finished 19.5 seconds ahead of everyone.
I don't know what he's been doing. I really don't know what he's been. He's shooting something up or eating something.
He went the same as
Our
yourself.
bets were on Ali to win the race.
He went the same as yourself with Inters. I think he copied what Rusty did in Monza. Was it last Saturday when he saw it was wet but thought it might dry up and went for the Inters first? He did the same as yourself. And it paid off massively for him tonight.
Yeah, I was really. I thought, have I made the right decision here? Have I? And then end of lap one, wow, he just come alive. It was brilliant.
I've got Brad in the chat. He put, thanks guys. I was slightly deep when I overtook Mark, but there was not much room. I was really struggling with the rear.
Yeah, turn one was a bit of a shit show.
There will be a clip. I'll just say there will be a clip going in, moving under braking. So that's all I'm saying.
I think I hit you turn one, Mark, because I went to turn.
Was it you that hit me?
It was me that hit you because as I went to go through turn one, I was going slightly wider because I could see the red arrow, and then all of a sudden, everyone on my left just turned right in tight and pushed me up against you.
Everyone in front of me just stopped and I was actually off my seat on my brake. I don't think my wings gone. No,
I don't think it was A72's fault. But everyone, I was in the middle. We were like sort of three wide. I outbraked everyone, went up for the apex, and I could see the red arrow. So I left a car's width because you were there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, everyone that I outbroke just appeared on my left and turned in really tight. And A72 ended up getting a bit of a tag, and it sort of put him 90 degrees. And then he sort of slid across the track and just blocked everyone in front of you.
He got an absolutely brilliant start. He passed me. Whoever was at side of me when I was coming down, he passed him, and then he just disappeared.
I left.
I broke at 150 marker.
Well, I left the three in front of me that were on inters for dead off the start.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, by the exit of turn 2, other than the fact that A72 had the little spin, they were all right back alongside me again.
Yeah.
I think the wets at the beginning, they're only probably the better tyre for maybe like a lap or two, weren't they, in the inters? And
they were brilliant for the first few laps. I was catching Brewdog by second and a half to 2 seconds a lap up until that sort of third or fourth lap. And then it went from me gaining a second and a half to he was putting 3 seconds a lap on me.
Oof.
At which point I went, yeah, it's definitely time for it. So I went straight in and swapped.
Yeah.
Because I think I went in lap 4 and then again, as I say, as the VSC come out, because I was just coming down the hill as it come out, so I just went straight in the pits. Thought I'm going to lose no positions,
Yeah.
and I can guarantee a finish on fresh tyres.
Oh, we've got another
When I-
message for yourself, Apex. Not in the kitchen. She said they're off to bed now, but get good, Apex. And she said to Mad Mark, I expect the drama next time.
I don't do drama anymore. I try not to do drama.
He gets in trouble when he
But
does drama.
I get in trouble. I start getting destroyed, getting inboxing me saying, no, you can't do that. And you can't say that. You've promised me. You've promised me you won't do that. And so I try not to. But even though I've said what I've said, I still give credit where credit is due. And his defensive work tonight, and I'll say it again, was phenomenal. It was brilliant. The only mistake he made while I was behind him was coming out of the bum hole, and I got up the side of him, and that's why I passed him. If he hadn't, I'd have given him a full 100% if he hadn't have moved on the braking. But he gets a 70% from me. Brilliant.
I think if you watch the stream back, I say quite a lot.
Still
People
don't
just
like
couldn't
him.
pass him because it was put in the cars. You say like in the place where
He
they
was
couldn't
just
put the
slap
outside
bang in
or
the
the
middle
inside.
every time.
Yeah.
He's doing the old like Goomba defending.
Yeah.
100%. It was in the middle, and
Yeah.
every time you thought there was a little gap,
Yeah.
you'd stick it on that side, and out of nowhere, he'd get a brilliant drive out the corner.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would. I mean, if he's running no traction, full kudos to him. In them conditions, brilliant.
Yeah, I did question that on the stream. It'd be interesting to know if you were still running the no TC.
Yeah. I wasn't struggling. I'm on full TC. I wasn't struggling. I can't remember having a kick out, but he did kick out a few times. But the minute he kicked out coming out, because I was quite good through the bum hole, and as he kicked out through there, I thought, I'm getting you. And
He's commented he's still on no traction control.
Yeah. So as soon as his arse end kicked out, coming out of there, I hit overtake and put my foot down because I've got the traction and I was past him, and he did leave me room, which is unusual. So
I think it was the other Ferrari. I think it was coming up to it's that second DRS, the sort of the shorter straight, and it was just as the rears were just completely gone. I think his rear come out just tapped Bjorn off track a little. That's the only thing I picked up on stream. There was like a contact. But yeah, the turn one, it'd be interesting to see because it gave me a horrendous view on the stream. All I could see was like 3 or 4 cars going off track, but I couldn't see why.
Mm-hmm. I've just thought I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to. No. I was going to say something, but I'm not because I'm in a good mood.
I'll say just before I do end the stream, I'll say Wednesday. I'm not sure if it's Gareth that's going to be doing the commentary or not. He might be going to a Wrexham football game, so I'll have to let the guys know in the Discord. But then I believe on Saturday it's yourself still doing the Super Saturday, Mark.
Fucking right, it is.
The 100% around Spain.
The only thing is, and I'll tell you now, and I will message you as well. Either it's not next week. I think it's the week after. I won't be here.
Okay.
So you've got 2 weeks.
So as a worst case, I can cover yourself for those ones.
It's just that it's the wife's. As you know, she had cancer and what have you. So we're just trying to celebrate the cancer thing. So I'm taking her out for a meal.
Yeah, good on you.
You've just reminded me. Luckily, there's no TSD this Sunday. Wedding anniversary. I need to go and get some stuff. So.
Yes, you better.
Luckily, Chloe's not watching this back. I haven't got anything yet.
I've had some more good news. My 27-year-old son is moving out. Fucking belting. Absolutely brilliant. Get
Yeah, I did.
okay. Yeah, but it's costing me. Oh, it's costing me. He
I
needs
can
a
imagine
new
it's going to cost
He
you.
needs a new fridge freezer, and he needs a new coffee maker.
There'll be a couple of household items going missing from the back of the Curry's lorries recently. So.
There you see. I was just gonna say it's a good job I work for Curry's. Because I went into the office I went into the office yesterday, and I said because the guy I work for is a franchise for Curry's. We don't actually work for Curry's. We don't get the discount cards. So I went into the office and I said to the ladies that are there, really nice ladies, just in case they're listening, really, really nice ladies. And I said, I do believe if I talk nicely to you, there's a discount card for Curry's that I can get some. And Joanne, really lovely woman, she went, what's it for? And I just went, well, my lad's moving out. She went, here, you can have mine. And I went, but that's your personal one. She said, yeah. I said, where's your friends and family one? She said, I don't know where that is. You can have that one. So the friends and family is 30%. The personal one is 50% off.
Happy days.
So, and there was a guy sat at the side of her, John, I think he's called. He went, oh, hang on a minute. So he printed me off all the stuff that is up for employee discount. So I get the 30% off them, off that, what he printed out for me, and I also get the 50% off.
I did the same sort of similar thing for work when I said to one of our companies that I was doing up my own bathroom. The rep said, "Oh," he said, "What do you normally get discount wise?" I said, "Oh, it's about 50% as a company."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, send me over the list of the bits you want, and I'll see what I can do." Sent him over the list, and I've remodeled my whole bathroom for a total cost of
Really?
about 200 quid.
So just to let you know, I'll end the
stream, mate.
now. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy
Got a bit
the rest of your
sidetracked
night.
here.
And I'll best go and finish me beer. Good night, everyone.
Finish your little can.
Bands of fire.